Hi guys, my name's Henry. I'm 21 and I just dumped my girlfriend. But don't feel sorry for Kinsey, because I found out she cheated on me with my best friend Lincoln. I guess you could say I was lonely, and maybe that's why I let my professor seduce me. Dr. Linda was twice my age and looked... Ding the bell if you're still with me, and subscribe for more hidden wisdom stories. So, before there was Dr. Linda, there was Kinsey, the first girl I ever lost my marbles over. If you want to know the truth, I don't think I really believed in love before. My pal Lincoln called me jaded, but my parents were married and miserable. I figured that Cupid and all that other crap was just a path to misery. I met Kinsey my senior year of college. I was only a few hours away from a bachelor's in biology, and I was considering applying for medical school. So anyway, after finishing midterms one day, I went with Lincoln and some of my classmates to this local brewery to get a celebratory beer, and Kinsey was behind the bar. She was crazy hot, and her smile was infectious. And for some reason, I felt inspired to ask for her digits. Flash forward 1 month, and I was stupid in love, doing all of the things I used to make fun of. Love text and flowers. And I thought I was happy. Until I caught Lincoln and Kinsey parked at the mall. I lost all control when I saw them together, and I slammed on the gas and crashed right into Lincoln's ride. Lincoln got out and said something, but I just flipped him the bird and fishtailed off. I blocked both their numbers and swore off love for good. I put my energy towards school. I still had to get through this literature class. I generally hated poetry and that kind of stuff, but the instructor was kind of amazing. I remember the first day, she told us to call her Dr. Linda. She was super chill. Her lectures felt more like stories, and she got so excited by all these old writers that I started to appreciate it. But one of the units was on the lives and works of great romantic poets. And every time I read Lord Byron or whoever, I'd see Kinsey's face. I was feeling pretty alone. And when I had this assignment to speculate on how one of the romantic poets would react to the modern world, I tried to fail it on purpose. Love felt like a paper cut every time I heard the word. So I made a mockery of the assignment. I basically said that William Blake would probably fall in love with his Tinder date, who would break his heart and run off with Edgar Allan Poe. And if he had half a brain, he'd realize that we would be better off writing love poems about grilled cheese sandwiches than actual relationships. Because actual relationships hurt too dang much. I was surprised when Dr. Linda didn't fail me. She told me that she wanted to talk about it over a cup of tea. Then she put her hand on my arm and invited me to her place. I figured if I wanted to salvage my grade, I'd better go. Dr. Linda said that she could tell that I was heartbroken, and she wanted to know my story. It was actually a relief to talk about. She told me my first love was just a scrape, and it would heal. When I went back home, I couldn't concentrate on rewriting the assignment. All I could think about was Dr. Linda and how good it felt to be around her. She was mature and classy. We continued getting coffee after class. It started to become a ritual for us. If she'd brush my hand or gently touch my arm, I'd feel all gooey inside. Now, I wasn't seeing Kinsey's face anymore. I was seeing Dr. Linda's. She was all I wanted, but it was forbidden. I looked up relationships in the student handbook, and dating would put us both in hot water. I kind of mentioned it to her in a half-joking way one day, and we shared an awkward laugh together. Well, the next class, Dr. Linda gave this huge lecture about risk in love and talked about how all these poets were saying you weren't really alive if you didn't risk anything. And I knew in my heart that she was talking to me. I decided to make my move. I wrote her my own poem and professed my love. I surprised her at her place one evening, and I read my poem aloud on her doorstep. She pulled me inside quickly. I told her I had been inspired, and I wanted to risk everything for love. But Dr. Linda told me that a student-teacher relationship was strictly forbidden. I guess I misread her signals because I went in to kiss her, but she screamed and moved away. I was so embarrassed, I ran out of there. I tried love twice, and I got burned. I felt more alone than ever, like one of those brooding poets tormented by forbidden love. I skipped class for about a week before I went by her office to talk to her. But you wouldn't believe what I saw. It was another young guy laughing with Dr. Linda. She was being all seductive like she was with me, and I started to think that she had been playing with my heart the whole time. I was heartbroken. Again. I wanted to get back at Dr. Linda for toying with my heart. I grew bitter and schemed about how to expose her. My plan was to find the most handsome guy on campus and pay him to get close to Dr. Linda. He would pretend like he had just been dumped by his girlfriend or something. And he thinks being in her romance class will help him find inspiration to love again. I found this guy, Raymond, who thought I was crazy at first. But when I showed him the money, he was in. Raymond was going to secretly record his meetings with Dr. Linda. And after just a couple of weeks, I had all the evidence I could have hoped for. I got the recordings back, and Dr. Linda was seducing him hard, telling him that they had to keep things secret. It was just as I had planned. When Raymond gave me the video, I sent a copy to Dr. Linda with a message that the president of the university had also gotten a copy. I wanted Dr. Linda to squirm, and boy, did it work. One evening, there was a young woman waiting by my car. She was telling me that I didn't know her, but she knew me. She said her name was Tina, and she was Dr. Linda's daughter. I didn't understand what was happening, and she explained that because of me, her life was ruined. Apparently, her mom had disappeared in the middle of the night. I asked where she went, but Tina didn't know. She said her mom went cuckoo after she got my video and fell into a depression about losing her career. She left a simple note saying goodbye to all those she loved. Tina started to cry, and my stomach knotted up. I dropped to my knees and I confessed. I said I never sent the video to the president and that I only wanted to get back at her for breaking my heart. I said that Raymond was an actor and it started as a hoax. I know. I heard behind me. He's a terrible actor. There was Dr. Linda and Raymond. I didn't know what was going on, but then Tina and everybody else started cracking up. I had been the butt of some kind of joke or prank. Apparently, Raymond couldn't convince her, and he broke down, confessing our plan. Dr. Linda offered him twice the money to flip the script on me, and they got Tina involved, who was actually a theater major. There's this saying, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. I realized everybody deserves a chance to explain themselves. So I called Kinsey and Lincoln and asked them to meet up. I told them that I was really upset, but I could have handled it better. But their response wasn't what I expected. They had a gift for me, actually. They explained that they weren't meeting up at the mall for an affair, but to buy me a birthday present together. But since I went ballistic and refused to talk to them, they couldn't give it to me. I was the worst at love. But Kinsey said her first relationship made her feel insecure too, and she forgave me. We're going to try to give it another chance. And of course, I paid Lincoln back for smashing his ride. It felt great to have my girlfriend and my best friend back in my life. Dr. Linda sure taught me a lot, but more importantly, she taught me that your actions always come back to you, especially with love. Do you believe in love? Tell us about it in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more hidden wisdom stories. Remember, when you share our stories, you're sharing wisdom.